What's up, family? I'm Real Mike Rob. Make sure you tuning in to the 3-point conversion radio. They got all of it, and they keep it funky. Let's get it.
What up, what up, what up? It's your man, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? You're back inside the 3-point conversion sports lounge. Of course, I am not doing this by myself. I got my dog, my road dog next to me. Mace, what up, dog?
Hey, technology, baby. Shout out to technology. Yeah. What's happening, good people? What's happening on a Wednesday again?
Yeah, Wednesday again, dog. Hey, man, I hate the fact that I ain't gonna lie. Hold on a second. Are you excited about? Be honest. Are you excited about the NBA draft right now?
No. What is that? What is that? What is that? No excitement at all. After we hear Cooper Flagg's name, it's gonna be like, all right, what's next? Moving on. But I mean, it's been like that for a while now. I mean, we don't get to know the stars in college. Right. So many overseas guys. I mean, we just don't know enough about. So, nah, I'm not excited about the NBA draft at all.
Okay. Spurs is traded up to the number 38. Yeah, but it ain't. It's like, I don't know, dog. It ain't like it once was. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we don't know anybody.
We don't know anybody. Guys.
Yeah, we don't have any type of connection with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie, like Ace Bailey, I know him, but I don't know him like that. You know what I'm saying? He's making a big deal.
I mean, just heard about him. We've seen TikTok, Instagram, hadn't seen him play. We right. What do we know? What do we know?
What do we know, dog? And that's my point. That's my point, that we don't know. So but either or, that's what's going on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But we here though. We got y'all. That's the whole point.
I mean, think about this. I mean, we technically should be at State Farm.
Right. But
we're here. So
we're here.
That's all you need to know about the draft.
Yeah, so, that says a lot right there, dog.
Whatever, NBA.
But anyway, we still got a good show lined up for y'all, man. First, man, we got to talk about the Hawks making some news about the Porzingis, about getting Porzingis in the trade, team trade, Boston and Brooklyn. We'll get into that. Also, we got to talk about Kevin Durant. I mean, that alone right there is, it was interesting. We've been talking about this, you know, but I got something to say about it, man. We
knew it was coming, but I mean, you know, man.
Yeah, we knew. What up, Vince?
Vince.
Yeah, and so yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about that, man. It's been a lot of trades. A lot of trades I didn't understand. What up, Jacob? A lot of trades I didn't understand. Yeah, bought it. But also, man, it's gonna be you know what I want to talk about with football. I'm gonna go in history because ain't nothing going on with football right now. But I want to ask you a specific question. The first one picks a lot. What up, Alan? Yep, I agree. But I want to ask you about NFL history. I want to ask you a question about two wide receivers. Which one was better? But I'll get to that question later on. You know, I will talk about that later. And then we got to talk about baseball, man. Braves. Here we go again. Braves, you know, won the last 7 out of 10 games, but can they keep it up? Hey, when they see the Mets, they light up. So
Yeah. They
yeah,
love playing the Mets. Love playing the Mets.
Ain't playing Mets all season though. And then of course we got to stop it. We got quick hits, man. So let your family and friends know they listen to the show live on the 3-Point Conversion Facebook page, also on the 3-Point Conversion YouTube channel as well. And hey man, it's time to get to these quick hits. Let's get it. And I'm gonna do one because we started out late, so you know. But I want to talk about this particular quick hit. It was a fan who taunted Cattell Marte about his late mother and had him crying and all of that. What up, James? Yeah, we're gonna get to it. We're about to get to it soon. Yep. But yeah, he was crying and everything, man. And you know, said because his mother passed and all that, but the fan taunted him, trying to win and all of that, want his team to win. But either or, so the first I think they banned him from the park, but now it came out that the MLB is going to ban him from all MLB parks. Your thoughts on that, Mace?
Here we go again. This it happens in the game. I mean, it's so much so many live mics. It's just so much stuff going on. Again, we have so much access to these guys. When I saw this, I'm like, I mean, of course, it's a certain point that you know, okay, it becomes a little too much. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is where we are. Fan engagement. I mean, it's ticky tacky again. So many people think that they know these guys. You know, I think that's always just the crazy part, and we get so much information and just so much stuff to use. You know, and you just get to a point where, all right, we get it. But I mean, the excessive taunting, and you continue to just, I mean,
Right.
it's a very sensitive time.
Right.
So I thought it was a tad extreme to be banned from all ballparks. But I get it. I mean, I'm not mad about it at all. I mean, I always say put the shoe on the other foot. You know, something happened to your parent, your parental. You know, you're not gonna pretty much keep up with all the banter. You know, somebody just at you all the time and just continue it. I mean, it's just a sensitive subject. So I think, you know what I'm saying, you have to be
No, I feel you. I'm with you though, Mace, because you know it's like, I mean, that's what fans do. Yeah, did he go too far? Yeah, but fans always go too far. I mean, it's no written rule. This is where the problem is to me with this. Because I get it, like you said, I get it, but it's no written rule that says, hey, you can't say nothing about nobody's mama, nobody's wife. You can't talk about their child. You can't talk about their mishaps or whatever. There's no rule that says that. So why do I get banned for being a fan?
right.
Because it's a lot of stuff. A lot of fans saying some horrible crap, racist stuff that don't get banned. But like you said, there's no mic on them. Players don't hear them.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And James, I feel you have some tact, you know, But James, let me ask you, and I hear you because, like you said, you lost your baby brother. I get it, but I'm saying, but the fact that it's not a rule that says you can't do that. Yes, it's common sense, but how can you ban someone for doing something that you didn't tell him or her that they can't do?
Yeah, and see too, we always kind of talk about this. We go, it's just the times we live in now.
Yeah.
It's just the times that we live in. But like I say, I think for every major league ballpark, I mean that's much.
Kind of like
that's much.
That's a lot.
But I think
I feel it. Go ahead.
They're sending a message like, hey, listen, this will not be tolerated, and sometimes you have to sacrifice the one to get the point across. That listen, we're not going for this, and I mean, we in such sensitive, volatile times now.
Yeah.
So
I just think if I was the fan, I'd just be like, y'all can't make me an example. That's not right. Get me banned. Everybody been doing this all. I went too far. My bad. I'm sorry, but he did go too far. He should have got his whoop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he lucky he didn't.
Right. He lucky he didn't.
Because that means that's ground for like if he decided. I know it's a thing where players can't go in the crowd, and they, like he can't lunch anything crowd. He just can't go up there and just go crazy. We know we can't do that. So
right. Good point,
and that's just where I was going. Just think about your like we cover games on Sundays. People are getting to these stadiums so early. Kickoff at 1:00. People are tailgating 7, 8 a.m. in the morning. They're getting fueled up. And we just don't know because that alcohol is a major factor. It's the reason why supposedly they stop alcohol sales like in the third quarter because, hey, we got to get y'all home safe.
Yeah, right.
But how many people like double, quadruple cup it and they're still drinking? I mean, the game ended and people are still drinking. So, I mean, we're just living crazy times now, man. We're just living crazy times now.
And you know what? And on a lighter note, it's a real lighter note. It's the truth, but that's a difference between baseball. And this is the truth. I'm just saying it's kind of light, but it's like 100. There's difference between baseball and any other sport. Let's say this happened in football. They say something about Patrick Mahomes' mom or
they're probably gonna get beat up.
The fans gonna beat him up.
Yeah.
Let him be in Philly.
Yeah.
You don't have that in Atlanta. Ain't nobody going toe to toe like that in Atlanta. It's just whatever. I mean, baseball. Baseball is just like, look at him. Or he's a jerk.
Yeah.
In a football game, he getting stumped because the fan gonna get mad because their team losing, and you say that to you know how we are. You know what I'm saying? It's football. Yeah. Even in basketball, I'll be like that. Lord forbid, let it happen in hockey. So that's what it is. But either or, that's what happened, man. They banned the fan MLB parks. I think it's kind of like you said, a lot, but
it's a lot, but okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll see, man. All right, man. Let's move up to the I feel you. Mom's off limits. I agree.
Yeah.
And anybody's mom is off limits, especially if they parent pass or child pass or whatever, brother, whatever. Yeah. So you go, like I said, in football, he would have got jumped easily. I already know that. I would have started a big fight, especially if he was drunk. So moving on to the hot topic, man.
Yeah.
Kristaps Porzingis joining the Atlanta Hawks. It was a let me go over the details. A three-team trade. Boston Celtics traded Porzingis to the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks got him and a second-round pick. Boston got is it George? I still don't know how to say this joker name.
Yeah. But him.
Niang. We know Niang. I just call him Niang because I don't know if it's Georges, but anyway, it got him and a second round pick. Boston did, and Brooklyn gets Terrence Mann in the 22nd overall pick. Mace, when you heard this happen or you saw this happen, what happened? What did you think?
So it's funny, and I bring shout out to my guy Brian Williams. We was in the office yesterday, and he kind of we were just like talking about. He kept bringing out like he was like, man, wouldn't it be funny if Porzingis get traded to Atlanta? And we were all like, bro, that would be like the worst thing to happen. So when I see the trade, I called B. I was like, bro, wake me up. Don't tell me this happening. Didn't like the trade simply because, I mean, we know Porzingis' history, his medical history. Like, how often is he going to be on the floor? Like, his injury has been marred. It's crazy. That's about sums up the trade too.
Right.
I didn't, I'm sitting there like, yeah, because so from the Hawk perspective, we're sitting here like, what are these guys doing? Like, here we go again, and in a division next year that's going to be without Halliburton, without Tatum. Like I say, probably Giannis is gonna probably be out of the East. Good chance. This is a move that the Hawks made. Like, I didn't like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't like it. For Porzingis, what he was supposed to be when he came to the NBA, he showed none of that. And here he go moving again. So yeah, I didn't like it, Ralph. I was like, of all the team, why he got to be in the Atlanta scene? It was like the most Atlanta thing that could happen.
It was. So I'm gonna tell you why I kind of changed my stance. When I saw it, I'm like, they tripping. This is the dumbest thing. But this is why I'm changing my tune. It was one of those things where it was like, we got to keep trading. We got to do something. Yeah. So what the trade does is, after the season, Porzingis is afraid he don't have to be at the Hawks.
Right.
When he comes off the books. So and it's a hurt. He's hurt, but it's one of those things, like you stated, the East being what it is now, and the fact that we about to roll. It's like a crapshoot, dog. I'm about to put this on black. Put $1,000 on black. We're gonna see if we can win it. This because we need to win. Do something to share. It was one of those things like it's a long stretch, but hey, if it don't work, it just don't work. But at least we try something. At least we showing him we try something.
Yeah.
So I still think he's gonna be injured, but even if he plays that 1 year, just pairing him with Trey, who knows in a weak East. But here's the thing, though. So the Hawks still got that trade exception. But DJ. DeJounte. So they have $25.2 million trade exception, but they got to use before July 6th or it's gone. To where they could get another player. And because they have that trade exception, they don't have to pay for his salary.
Right.
That would be now you could get Kuminga, or even you could get a Miles Turner.
But it leads back to this.
It leads back to what?
Who really wants to come to Atlanta?
That's the thing.
Who can we talk to coming to Atlanta? And me personally, and I've said this since last year. I mean, I think Trey is going to eventually ask out. I think Trey is going to be like, listen, we've done all we can do here. We've made every little move. We've tried to tweak this or that for what we're able to do. It's just time to let me go. Let me get the opportunity in another city to chase that ring. Because clearly we're not gonna get it here in Atlanta. So it's whatever with me. I'm like this organization. It is what it is now at this point.
You don't think if they traded for Kuminga, because I like the Kuminga trade.
I mean, I like it, but again, does Trey like it?
True. I think at this point, Trey, like, I just want somebody.
I mean, listen, I honestly believe that Trey knows in his heart, like, listen, no matter what they do, I know I'm not gonna win here. I want to see what's on the other side. I want to see if the grass is greener. I got all the money. Whatever they can pay me. I want the opportunity in another city to continue my career. I just think Trey gonna be out of here after next year. So, I mean, whatever we're gonna do it. But I do think Trey is going to ask to move on from Atlanta.
That's the only way he's gonna leave anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I just see it happening. I think he's ready to go.
Yeah, and he pretty much said, "Look, if hey, I'm gonna stick one more year, don't happen." And that's
I'm already labeled a coach killer here.
Yeah,
you know, maybe it's me. You know, in a relationship, it's not you, it's me. Divorce me, and let's move on. Like, you go your way, I'm gonna go mine, and then we'll figure it out somewhere down the road. But I really think that Trey probably saw that like, whatever, man. It's okay. Dude gonna play 50 games. Okay.
Right.
45 games. Okay. I'll be here. Just come on. Whatever you can give me, and then we out.
So let me ask you this: do you think with Boston, this fire trade? I mean, this fire sale they're doing. Like, what do you feel was going on with that?
To me, it seems that we're gonna be without Tatum for a year. Let's go ahead and shuffle the board. Let's look at some of these other guys, and let's see how do we move this team forward in 2 years. Kind of clean the books. Let's see. Al Horford, he's retired. We're gonna move on from Drew Holiday. Let's start looking at some of these other pieces, because again, we know that the way the East is moving, the way the NBA is moving, we're gonna probably have to revamp this team, because we made our championship run. Okay, we won it. That formula kind of in. Now let's see how we're gonna reiterate it. So when Tatum is back in another year, we can look at some different chess pieces on the board now. So I think that's what all they're doing. They know we're gonna do what we're gonna do next year without Tatum. We're not even gonna rush him back. Late Achilles tear, probably not gonna happen in 2025. 2025, 2026 season. Let's see what we do after that season. So I just think that's what they're doing. They just loading up. They loading up for when he returns.
Because I feel like with Boston, they're really trying to, because they was over the luxury joint, whatever.
Way over. They got two dudes at $600 million with two dudes.
Which was, what you expect. And so a little birdie told me, and this is source I can't name, of course, but that they've been offered a trade by Utah, a big trade, to where it's got Boston's attention. It could get Boston's attention.
I mean, it's only one big move they could make. I mean, only one big piece that they would have to move that one big piece. You're like, okay, but
what is that?
You got to move Jaylen Brown.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's for Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, only piece not moving Tatum. Can't move Tatum now. He hurt. So I mean, it's what would life be like without JB? Well, JB gonna get it's JB ship all next year. He get to show his worth to the organization, whatever it's gonna be. But yeah, who cares about Boston? Boston cares about them. Forget about it.
So one more thing. So with the Drew Holiday trade, your thoughts on that? Do you think? Because I mean, I like Anthony Simons. You got somebody young.
Yeah, I mean, you had to get young Drew
Defense.
long in the tooth.
Yeah,
still serviceable, but I mean, the impact he made the championship year versus last year kind of banged up a little bit. He wasn't as he wasn't as impactful as we probably thought. So needed to get younger for sure. And like I said, they're just retooling this team because they do, as everybody in the comments been talking about. Dude, they got $600 million between two players.
Hey, and it's
crazy.
This deal involves Utah, Kessler, marketing, and draft picks.
Because the NBA, you got to make the money work. You're moving a $300 million piece.
Yeah, that's a good question, Jacob. I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Man, I can see Drew. To me, Drew seemed like the kind of guy. What's our girl that we were hanging out with in Vegas? Who don't turn down no checks? Your girlfriend that you got a crush on.
Oh, Pamela Jones.
Drew strikes me as the guy that ain't turning down no checks. So I think Drew gonna play anywhere. We are stacking. We are these community-based people who we give back a lot. Got to have cash flow coming in to have cash flow going out. So I don't think Drew turning down no checks. So I like Drew. Like I'm going well. I'll be there. Yeah, sign me up.
Nah, it'd be gangster if they cut him. He's able to go to a winning team or go back to Boston.
Yeah, I mean all of those things in play, but again, he's not gonna be missing that check. So Drew going wherever the money at.
All right, Mace. I'm gonna let you sound off this Houston Rockets trade. Kevin Durant, Dylan Brooks. Who else? Dylan Brooks.
Gave up our boy.
And overall 10th pick. 5 second-round picks. I'm gonna let you go at it.
I mean, the picks don't bother me as much. I mean, it's the NBA's picks, but they made this trade and like they're trading for OKC Kevin Durant. They're getting an older year 17 version of Kevin Durant. So I don't like the trade. Why give up that youth that you gave up? I mean, it's like you're giving up on Green. What's the reason you gave up on Green so soon? You're bringing in a guy who he can't carry you. This is year 17, KD. Why are you giving up all those assets for this version of Kevin Durant? I didn't like the trade, Raphael. I did not like the trade. I did like him going to Houston, but I liked him going to Houston with those other pieces, like keeping those other pieces in place. Letting him be like, not your second option, not your, not a guy that you looking to carry you. A piece. They made the trade like KD is the missing piece for Houston to make a legitimate run to the NBA Finals. I didn't like the trade. I didn't like it, my brother.
Yeah. All right, I'm back. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
It's going to take this is what I say. If Sagon he could come in this next season and be the guy, even if he's not the number one, but he's got to be at least a 1A and 1B type guy. Because Kevin Durant, again, we talked about it before. He doesn't have the superpowers to put a team on his back.
That's why I said. That's why I started with Trey. I mean, the picks don't mean. I mean, man, who cares about the picks? I just think you giving up too early on a young athletic green. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and you got to understand too. Okay, so for Allen, Houston struggled to score against Golden State, right? I get that. He had a bad playoff year. And I think it's more so he's inconsistent throughout the year. But I was gonna say that was his first playoff year.
He's young.
You know who else? You remember who else had a bad? I don't know how many people. I know Allen remember this because Allen from New York. He's a Knicks fan. 2000, when the Knicks played Toronto in the playoffs. Vince Carter had a horrible playoff series. That was his first year in the playoffs.
No.
Tracy McGrady carried that team in the playoffs.
No.
And Vince he didn't play well at all the whole series. But that was his first one. He was in New York. It was probably too big. Jalen playing it in Golden State is too big. I mean, it's just one. That's all. I'm not saying in 3 years, maybe he steps up because now he got something to play for. He embarrassed now. He's embarrassed. But I just don't think with Durant, but if he's the ace one, it's not going to work. Now, again, if Segul, how you say his name? Singul, however you say his name. If he could be one of the guys they go to, if it's 1A, 1B, then I got you. Because now you don't have to put everything on Durant. It doesn't have to be on him. But what up, Marlon? But if it's like we got both of us doing it, cool. But if it's just on him, again, we've seen it with LeBron, we've seen it with KD, we've seen it with Steph. They don't have it no more. They can't put all this. It takes more than just stats. Yeah,
this older model KD. It's just not the move.
Right. It's so. I mean, again, I think what saves them a lot is the fact that you got Udoka as a coach because he can coach his tail off. You got Udoka, but I think for them to go ahead and really go to where they want to go, the center got to average 20. I say 24, 25 points a game. If both of them averaging 24, 25, and you can go to him now to where Leighton, okay, KD might get that game winner, that shot you need close, but
he's gonna have those step back in time moments.
Yeah, that's my point. That's why you need the center to be the main guy.
KD. How healthy do we think KD is gonna be? How healthy do we think KD is gonna be? Like
that's the thing too. He's been hurt every year.
I'm telling you, they made this trade like this OKC KD they get. That's how they made the trade. They traded for the name.
Right.
The name. I can't wait again. Like y'all always know, when moves like this, when stuff like this happens, I go get the pulse of the city. I tuned into Houston radio for 2 days after the trade. People in Houston weren't that thrilled because they were like, dude, this not that model. We not getting that sleek model KD.
Right.
We getting the Honda Civic. We getting the Honda Civic KD. That's what we getting.
Nah, Jay, he gonna play more than that. He playing more than that. He gonna miss about 20 games, but
it's just gonna be nice where they gonna be out there. And KD even says, the trade initially, he got caught off guard at Fanatics this weekend. He asked about him. Of course, he KD, so he gonna say KD stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's gonna be so many nights that people in Houston are going to be so frustrated with Kevin. They like, cause see, they're gonna go on YouTube, they're gonna look at like again, OKC KD, Golden State KD. Like KD done been to a couple other places, and now you getting them again like KD on world tour. I didn't like the move. I was like,
yeah, I've been said it like
okay.
I think they could have traded somebody else. I mean, shoot, Boston trying to get rid of whatchamacallit. Man, try to get Jalen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would get Jalen.
yeah. So,
But getting KD for a young team like that, okay. Now Van Fleet, he signed Van Fleet signed for that what $50 million
yeah.
Today, which was big for Houston. That saved them a lot of money. But Van Fleet didn't do anything last. He was inconsistent last year.
Dude.
Very inconsistent last year.
I can't wait till
the NBA season comes around, and I can't wait till like All-Star break. And I want y'all to tune in to the Pulse of Houston. Tune into the radio stations in Houston. Nights after Houston Rocket game, tune in to Houston. And you'll see.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't see it.
The city not happy. Trill Burgers not happy. The not defunct Turkey Hut, they not happy. But okay.
Like Wall came out and spoke it out against
it. Sound good. Galleria Mall. They not happy, but go off there in Houston. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey, Vince said they got 10 shooting guards at Phoenix though. Bro, we're not even gonna
talk about Phoenix. That's just a whole mess in Phoenix. Whatever Phoenix. What I can go make Phoenix right now. I average 10 in church league. I can go make the Houston squad right now. That's that team of it. That organization.
But you know what though? I think the biggest thing was because they're trying to see Bill. That's the problem. Bill, like, nah, I'm good. Unless somebody take Bill. Now I don't.
He's so rich.
I don't think Hawks can afford Bill, but with that $25 million exception fee, they can't. But with Bill though, if he wasn't there, then I say I might. I mean, with Phoenix's building, they young. Because to me, any team that gets Dylan Brooks, I like. I mean, I think he's going to help them out because his defense and he's tough. He brings that mentality. Like now, I call it that Canadian mentality right now, as we can call it now, because all them jokers in Canada not scared, you know. But with Durant but either or, I just think. I mean, I don't know what Phoenix is going to do. They were just trying to get KD off the books. That's how.
Phoenix a mess. Phoenix is a whole mess. But go off Phoenix. Go off Phoenix.
You got afterwards. Yeah. Yeah. So y'all think they got worse after finishing second. Yeah, because Allen, it's just the fact that
see, everybody keep looking at the name. Y'all just keep saying KD. We got KD. Okay.
But what has he done? I mean, he don't, like you say to Allen, he plays so much, he's hurt so much now, he's injury prone. His body can't last. This dude about to be 37.
Man, Brooklyn said the same thing, man. We got KD. Then Phoenix, man, we got KD.
Hey, at this point, my thing is, at this point, with LeBron, remember how LeBron at one point, where no matter where you trade him, it was instant contender? I don't even think it's like that. I don't think you can get that from LeBron right now. If you traded LeBron to the Knicks, it wouldn't be like, oh no, they winning. It'd be like, oh, they look good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not
recognition. I say this all the time. We have to stop falling in love with the name. We getting Aaron Rodgers. Look at them today. Don't look at the totality of their career. Mm-hmm. Look at the model you're getting today. I'm just saying.
what do you think about this Pelicans trade with C.J. McCollum and Kelly Olynyk going to Washington with Jordan Poole? Like,
Well,
I'm like, what are they doing?
Well, of course, listen. I've been mad at New Orleans since they said my girlfriend wasn't coming back. They not renewing her contract, so I don't care what New Orleans do anymore at this point. But I mean, again, man, CJ getting up there, man. CJ getting up there. You get a little younger. You know, Jordan Poole needed to definitely get out of Washington. He definitely need to get out of Washington. But these NBA trades just like,
hey, it's been weird.
It's very weird.
It's been weird because I'm like, I don't even like that trade for both of them. Like, what was the point? Like right now, who wants Jordan Poole on a team right now as a starter?
Yeah. The guy is just kind of toxic right now.
Very
little toxic. He kind of he don't move the meter for guys today. So
let's think about it. In the NBA, who we're not talking about him. You don't have that Antonio Brown type guy or that guy that just thinks. I'm trying to think. Is it a guy that what up, TJ? Is it a guy that thinks he's like the prima donna?
Leave it alone. You good? It's good.
Like
that is good. It's good.
Whoever he thinks. I mean, like he thinks no matter what, I'm that guy. I can do what I want. I'm the
a lot of them really, all of them really kind of think that guy.
They think that, but they don't have that persona like a AB or I call it the wide receiver. But
that diva mentality.
Yeah, but Jordan Poole has that diva mentality. This joke ain't even that good like that.
Yeah, man. He
like all of a sudden now he come in with the sunglasses in the dark. You know, it's like, dog, what you doing, dog? I don't see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't see that anymore. But
hey, good luck, NBA. Good luck, NBA.
This is it's going crazy, bro. It is. And real quick, man, before we go to the stop it segment, I gotta ask you. Yeah, he does think him. I gotta ask you.
Empathy.
What would this Ace Bailey, right? Ace Bailey going in saying that, you know, his camp talking about, you know, we don't want to play for Utah. We don't want to play for Charlotte. I mean, I understand why you don't, but this is not the NFL, young fella. Then I don't know how true this is. There's been rumors that this camp he's been asked for money too for, you know, like for working out. What like Mace? This is not college. That NIL got people tripping now, dog.
Got them tripping, dog. Got them tripping.
And dude, you're not even that cold to be on that.
You know what I mean?
To be on that.
This is where we are. This is where, and it's again, it's the handlers, it's the uncles, it's the show. It's like give it to me now. Give it to me now. I'm hot. You know, I got clicks. Mm-hmm. You know, I got a following. You know, I'm gassed up. Yeah,
dude, you're not the first. I can see if you. I can see if Cooper came out like, yo,
Cooper ain't coming out like that.
Cooper ain't coming out like that.
Yeah, Cooper ain't coming out like that.
And you,
these guys, I'm telling you, man,
it's still projected to be number 3, and it ain't like he coming behind Cooper and what's another person, LeBron or something like that. You know what I'm saying, dog? You number 3.
I'm just telling you,
Cooper is
when you work in these spaces with these young athletes, I'm telling you, the machine around these guys, the machine behind these guys is unbelievable. Like, so many of these youngins already feel they've arrived Marlon, and everybody knows that Marlon. I was insufferable without NIL. So imagine me with money in my pocket. It's the dude. You hate to see some of these people coming. And it's only gonna get worse because these people have in their minds, they're already a household name, they're already a brand. They're doing something for you. Like you bringing me into your organization, you're going to get these amount of clicks. You're gonna get this far, bruh. We don't even know if you can play in the NBA.
Right.
But this is where we are. This is where we are today, and it's only gonna get worse. I'm telling you. Wait till you see some of the next wave of 5-star quarterback parents that are on the way.
Oh my God! Like,
so get ready for this era. These guys, they think they're doing you a favor. All of these guys think they're doing you a favor. It's your pleasure for you to cheer for me.
Yeah,
this is where we at today. I'm telling you. Stay tuned.
Okay, so we know what? Let's go ahead, man. We're gonna go to, we're gonna move on, and it's time for the most infamous, the most famous Stop It segment.
Stop it.
And I'm gonna go first. I'll go first. I'm gonna give a stop it to. Giving a stop it to Aaron Rodgers. You know why?
Oh,
Aaron Rodgers came out, I think it was today.
That guy.
And this joker said,
y'all love that guy.
So he was on listen to this though. He was on the Pat McAfee show. Okay?
His show.
But he was on the Pat McAfee show. And he said, hey, look, y'all, I don't want the attention. I'm trying to be I want to be Kaiser Soze. I don't want the attention. I'm trying to live a private life. I want to be private. See, that's what I want to be. But you all the time are on the Pat McAfee show, the most popular podcast right now out there. You waited forever to come on to use the drama tactic to sign with Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But I don't want the attention.
Stop it.
This y'all guy.
Stop it.
Come on, dog.
This is y'all guy. This y'all guy. Yeah.
Look, right. Look. As a
Big
kid
Cap.
said, Cap. Can you get a stop at Warriors? Oh, no, dog. We can do this when it's matching. That's the whole point of hats. Yeah. Now, if I want matching, if I had like a white T-shirt and I had this on, Danny, then you're right. But I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you anyway because that's the rule. If somebody give it, stop it. You got to take it. So I'm gonna take it, Danny. I'm gonna get you back though. But go ahead.
Now,
man.
this breaks my heart to do this because I thought never in life would I ever give this guy a stop it because this is my guy.
Mm-hmm.
I love this guy like with all my heart. I give a stop it to Allen Iverson.
Oh,
Allen Iverson admits, everybody, that his crossover on Michael Jordan has become overrated. It's overrated. AI. What? No, it's not, Allen.
Right.
Stop it, Allen. Allen.
Stop it.
Ride that till you can't ride it no more, Allen. You did Jordan. Yes.
You crossed.
That's what made it
Jordan.
iconic.
Right, man. Yeah, that's what made it iconic.
You had to put it on the best player. You put it on him. You had him reaching, fumbling. And to this day, he still big you up on it. Allen,
Right.
we know you love Mike. We know you love Mike. We know we all love Mike. Allen Iverson, you get the biggest stop it. You better ride that till you
Stop
can't
it.
ride it no more, Allen Iverson.
Stop it.
He right. I know you just
Stop
got
it.
that new infusion of cash. Allen, stop it, Allen. Don't let it go to your head, big dog. Ride it.
Jordan Pay Iverson down play. I wouldn't think it. No. Look, that ain't worth money. That's priceless, dog. How many players can say they crossed over Jordan like that and made him look silly? Like I seen Grant Hill cross over Jordan and went into the hole and dunked it, whatever. But it was doo-doo. That was it.
People don't talk about it. People don't even talk about that.
And to cross him back over again? Come on, dog.
Come on, AI.
Priceless.
Ride that till you can't ride it no more.
Yeah, you're right, TJ. He is humble. But I can understand the step over because, like he said, it was in a moment. He's like, I barely remember
But that was his guy. Ty Lue was his guy. And like he said, he don't even remember stepping over him.
Yeah.
He know what he did to Jordan.
He know what he did to Jordan. He set him up.
Because he caught it at top of the key. He looked like, oh, really?
Look, he crossed him over the first time. Then let me do it one more time. Come on, dog. You can't
That's just like if I'm a receiver, and we know a lot of people ain't beat Dion, like just beat him. If I beat Dion, every time y'all talk to me, well, yeah, man, with that one time, man, I gave Dion that work.
Right.
I gave Dion that work. Y'all don't believe he go to clip. I'm gonna keep the clip in my pocket. Here you go. Look at Dion. He reaching. Then yeah, Dion. Lock that down.
Hey, forget that. I'm gonna take him further because y'all should understand that. That's like me. I got Nia alone, and it becomes public. She makes public all of that. You think I'm gonna be like, yeah, it was nothing, man? I mean, it's just another lady. I mean, I could get no.
I'll tell y'all something.
Dog.
Y'all gonna get every minute, every hour of me and Nia alone relationship.
Right.
Excessive posts, excessive reels, excessive stories.
Right.
Y'all gonna know what she cooked for breakfast. Y'all gonna know every time she get in the car.
Read a book.
Wherever we like, man, what me and Nia gonna be at the most random places, and y'all gonna get a video. Look at Nia.
Hey, don't let it be. Hey, don't let it be. I'm watching the game, and Nia, you know, they be reading a book right up under you. What? I'm taking a selfie.
Now her legs over me. Y'all can get her legs. Y'all know who kneecaps them are. Come on, stop playing.
right, TJ.
Man, please get that GTFOH.
Yeah, I obviously need to cheat with that.
Y'all gonna get this work. AI, man, please, AI. As long as you eating off that, AI. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I got my dog. Y'all know that's my man. 300 grand. Y'all know I love Mike. And like Mike said, Mike loves AI. They look, dog. But those two guys, iconic, man, forever. They're my guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
My two favorite hoopers ever. Those two guys.
All right, man. Well, that we'll stop it. So we need to let's get to this question. NFL history, y'all.
Oh.
And I gotta ask you, Mace, because you wide receiver.
Wide outs, baby. Wide outs, baby.
And I want everybody in here. They football fans. We gotta ask.
Shout out to Steph Diggs putting shouters in castles. It's the most wide receiver thing ever. Wide outs, baby. Quarterbacks can't do that. DBs can't do that. Some wide receiver stuff right there. Go, Steph. Keep carrying the torch, Steph Diggs.
Right. Yeah, he
keep carrying the torch.
He doing it the right way because he ain't. Even if he might be, I want the ball, whatever. He got an attitude on the bench. It ain't over the top like AB. You know what I'm saying? It ain't.
Just by the way he moving out here. I'm gonna go get me a Steph Diggs jersey. I love that man poised for a super breakout season because he is doing wide receiver stuff out here. I'm gonna go watch the boat clip later on the day. Get him, Steph Diggs. Get him.
All right, so let me ask you.
Yes.
You know, it's always a lot of talk.
Yeah.
Where everybody is saying, wide receivers. You know, when you talk about the wide receiver, everybody know these younger kids are very disrespectful.
Yeah, because according to my young wide receiver cousin, who I don't want to work with anymore, he say Odell Beckham the GOAT. Say OBJ the GOAT.
Yeah, I ain't gonna get that 2 seconds, but hold on.
Right, like I told him, I won't even go line no cones up. He be like, "Oh, we working today." No, not until you change your tune. Who's the better wide receiver? I hang up the phone. You can't get no help from me. None.
But it's been a lot of talk. I ain't gonna say it's been a lot. It's been a lot of talk for years. When it goes back and forth, who's the better wide receiver? T.O., Randy Moss, T.O., Randy Moss, T.O., Randy Moss.
Wow.
Somebody was talking about that earlier. I want to know, who do you think is the better wide receiver, right, TJ? Who is the better wide receiver?
So I was asked this question about 4 years ago, and I might need to dust this clip off. And it sent Facebook and Instagram in a frenzy when I made my selection. I've had a lot of time since then because I've gotten to study these guys. Dude, I'm going Randy Moss. I used to be a super T.O. guy, super duper T.O. guy. So being able to, especially now in this new era podcast, athletes speaking out in this game now, where you listen to guys who played with T.O. and you've seen T.O. in interviews, seen guys who played with Moss, and just to hear the Moss stories. Like, I'm taking Randy, because Randy, and I'm gonna start with what Bill Belichick said about Randy Moss, because I didn't really know this about Randy, because I used to always be the guy who was, man, Randy can only run 2 routes.
Right.
He only run 2 routes. Bill Belichick talked about how, and one of the main reasons he wanted to sign Randy Moss was because the guy was just unstoppable on every level of the field. Slants. We don't think of Randy Moss running slants. Dig routes. We don't middle of the field. Man, Randy Moss don't run the middle of the field unless it's a post. Randy Moss was respected at every level of the field, and it was just no way to guard this guy. Take your chance, come up and bump him. If you miss him, he done. This guy was outrunning double and triple coverage. Brady talked about the throw in Miami where he threw Moss across the field. He kept just saying, like, man, he not getting over there. He like Randy just like, no, throw it over there. I'm gonna go and dude, Brady, why am I gonna throw it over there? Now? It's like 3 people over there. Throw it over there. And that's not, Brady had to learn it. Listen, it's nowhere on this field that he can't go get the ball. I just need to put it up. 50-50 balls at Randy Moss really were 80-20 ball, because he was going to come. Who jumping with Randy Moss? Who running with Randy Moss? And then to hear, and everybody go watch the start watching Asante Samuel pod. And Asante break down like the wide receiver. He talked about T.O. and Randy. He's like, listen, you just didn't want them problems with Randy Moss like you wanted them with T.O. Like, you could guard T.O. because you knew, and he talked about that. These are the words from Asante. A lot of times, in traffic situations, T.O. would probably drop the football. He had a serious case of the drops, and corners knew that. You just had to engage him. Everybody was scared to engage Randy Moss. Randy Moss was like the ultimate weapon on the field. Deep ball, just get the ball in his hands. He makes somebody miss. He out the door. Again, I used to say T.O. I would fight for T.O. every day because to me, T.O. was like in our minds, he could run the whole route tree. He's that receiver, physical, tough. Randy was the ultimate weapon. Randy scared everybody.
Yeah, I know, and I believe that because Randy
scared everybody.
He was a freak of nature. We never seen anything like him. He was better than what we all thought he was going to ball out, but he was better than that.
Right.
But this is why I'm going with Owens. You talk about wild out things. T.O. did the most wild out thing that a wide receiver could do in a game. He overshined Jerry Rice in his final game as a 49er by breaking the all-time record in catches in a game. If that's the most wide out thing.
But that's Steve Young's fault.
But that's because you're getting open. You ain't supposed to get open like that if you T.O.
Yeah, but that's Steve Young saying, all right, y'all gonna kind of keep one more person over there on Jerry. I'm gonna just throw the 81. Shit, he open.
But this is what I love about T.O. This is why I picked T.O. over that. Because with T.O.
Right. Just like the Washington Wizard years for Michael Jordan, we don't acknowledge the Raider years for Randy Moss. Them years didn't happen.
I knew he was gonna say that. But to that point, with T.O. could run the routes.
Yeah.
T.O. could.
T.O.
T.O. could do everything, right? Run after the catch, break tackles. He was a let me get 8. I get 9 catches for 122 and touchdown, but I can move the chains. I'm a move the chains type of guy. Third down, I'm money man. I'm this guy. The thing about T.O. is, and I know y'all can say, looking at him as far as like the skill set and everything with both guys, I get it. But with T.O. on the field, T.O. played with quarterbacks that were good and some weren't good. T.O. played on teams where he was the only good receiver for the most part. This joker, I almost called him a ninja. This joker went to Cincinnati and it's like 13th year, 12th year, and outshined Chad Johnson when Chad was still in his prime.
Yeah, Chad wasn't really in his prime no more. He wasn't really in his prime.
The year before Chad ball out, but T.O. was that good wherever he went. But this is my thing. When you look at Moss, though, like I said, T.O., my thing is T.O. played with good receivers. Then he played where he was just the only good receiver, what have you. Moss, not saying Moss can do it because he had a few years in Minnesota where Moss was the man, but Moss was playing with playing with Chris Carter. He played with Wes Welker and who else was there? They had a nice. Who was the tight end?
First got there, yeah, they had
Wes Welker.
They had Gonzalez.
Starworth.
They had Gonzalez.
He had
Hernandez. I think it's Hernandez.
He had a nice. He played with great. Whatchamacallit. My thing is, he even bought in Buffalo. My thing is, no matter where you put T.O., he shined. You couldn't stop him. How young, I don't care how old or young or where he was or who his quarterback was. He was a star.
Yeah.
Randy and Oakland, like you said, we don't count. That right there proved my point.
So I'm gonna say this because what I always like to do in these situations.
Okay.
I always like to call my guys who actually played against these guys. Mm-hmm. So I talked to Walt Harris today. Mm-hmm. I talked to Reginald Austin. And I was like, who did you fear more? Moss or T.O.? And both, without hesitation, Randy Moss. But to Walt's point, Walt said, in any defensive meeting, no matter where you are. In the scouting report, the first name anywhere Randy Moss has been, the first name in the scouting report is Randy Moss. Point blank, period. Year one, year whatever, Randy Moss. That's what you got to do.
But that makes sense though, Mace. I'm gonna tell you why, because it's like Shaq. Shaq is the most dominant.
With Shaq.
Right.
Because Big Shaq, folk, this.
Well, with Shaq in LA, when Shaq got to LA,
Okay.
when Shaq was Shaq, I'm saying he was, you couldn't stop him. He was the most feared. He because he was punishing you. You couldn't, I don't care if you had 3 or 4 guys, you couldn't. Don't let Shaq get the ball because after that's a wrap. With Moss, it was like that as far as if Moss go deep, and forget that. If Moss throw his hands up, it's a wrap. I don't care. The first, as soon as he throw that, when you see him do that, it's a wrap. So you feared him because of that, because of what he could do, and it could, blow wide open the game. But I still don't equate being the most feared being the best, because with the best, they might say, okay, we can kind of contain from getting a big play like Moss. You know what I'm saying?
But you couldn't know. But you couldn't.
Let me say, it was like this. It was like this. I'm not saying, I'll never say Emmett was a better running back. Oh, I don't even feel like saying what I'm about to say.
But he was. But he was.
No. But Barry was the most feared running back. But at the time when Emmett was getting 22 touchdowns and all of that, you couldn't, but still you fear Emmett, you fear Barry. Why? Because any carry is touchdown.
But you want a back who moved the chains, or you want a back who's gonna have you in 2nd and 15. Now, yeah, he might break one later on, but he gonna be 3rd and 12. You know how many times the freaking Lions had to punt because goofy Barry Sanders would, get Barry out of here, man. He ain't better than him. Get him out of here.
What? You call him goofy?
Get him out of here.
You call. Oh my. So
3rd and 12 because he trying to bounce and dance. Give me somebody who's gonna put his foot on the ground and go north and south.
Why was he doing that though? Why was he trying to?
Because he danced too much. He Michael Jackson.
Barry was never running.
He was Michael in the words of Maceo heard singing. He was Michael Jackson.
Barry was not the running back that was like, all right, he wasn't no Shady McCoy. Shady McCoy is that. Shady want to fake yard your boost. Barry did it when he needed to. Barry did it because he was
Shady danced too much too. Michael Jackson.
But Barry didn't dance like that just to dance. Barry had to do that when he's getting stuck behind 3 yards because they was in the backfield. He had to go. Oh, I can't. Let me go back this way.
There y'all go bobbing for Barry Sanders. Y'all bobbing for Barry. Y'all kill me bobbing for Barry Sanders. He's not better than Emmett.
Emmett Smith said it himself. He said it himself.
Humble. It's just like AI. We're just talking about AI.
No, he said himself. If Barry Sanders played with a great line like mine,
he would still lose 5 yards on the carry.
No, come on, what? You see,
y'all can't talk about that Emmett clip. I'm sorry, y'all can't talk about the Emmett clip. I don't care what y'all talking about. T.O. had better TD celebration. Listen, like I said, I can only go on when I talked to Walt and Booby today. They were like, "Bruh, Mouse, man, Mouse, it ain't even up for debate." So I'm gonna ride with the 2 guys who played against both of them. I'm going with them, but I've changed my tune. It used to always be T.O. for me, but like I say, I start listening to these guys and the stories. And you listen to coaches talk about both of these guys. Randy Moss that dude for me now, man.
I think they biased too because then nobody liked T.O. A lot of them coaches didn't like T.O.
A lot of guys like T.O. So T.O.'s persona. Well, now I ain't talking about coach. I'm talking players.
Right.
Guys rock with T.O.
A lot of people rock with T.O.
A lot of people rock with T.O. But I just think what Randy Moss brought to the game, and just that always that home run. What he did to Dallas on Thanksgiving Day, Jesus Christ, just murder. He just had so many. He just had so many of them moments. The great season he put up in the undefeated season for David Tyree put that ball on his head. Whatever.
Yeah.
Lost me a lot of money, but I ain't mad. I'm not mad. I lost a lot of money in the Super Bowl. I ain't mad. Should have got Randy Moss the ball more, but I ain't mad. But yeah, I've changed my tune on that. Give me Randy Moss over T.O.
I can't do it. I gotta. I mean, but you ain't lose. I won't say I can't do it because you're not losing with either. Like I think they're like neck and neck with. But I prefer T.O. I prefer somebody, and that's the thing. I know you gonna get drops. You gonna get some drops. But T.O. Anytime when you needed T.O., you was gonna get T.O. He didn't slow down, and you can get into him in multiple ways. He was gonna be efficient. He was gonna be, because the slant, like you said, he gonna run a slant. He could take that slant and break it and take it 80 yards. He can run a deep route. He could take a 5-yard comeback out and make it a touchdown, or he could just nickel and dime you to death for first downs. That's why I got to go with T.O. But both of them are good. But let me ask you, with Chris Carter, why doesn't he get he doesn't get the, I guess, the respect that most of these guys get?
Nah, he get the respect.
Thank you. I didn't even think about that.
No.
This right there should this right there makes. Come on, dog.
I mean, dog.
Come on, dog.
He's a freak of nature, y'all. Come on. If you're a workout dude, he a freak of nature, y'all. Like, who didn't think he was coming back? He a freak of nature.
But no,
that don't give him no extra juice with me because I knew he was coming back. He that kind of guy.
Yeah, finish your point though. With
he
Chris Carter,
can play today. But so Chris Carter didn't play the game sexy.
Right.
His game wasn't nothing exciting about his game. If you're just watching the win, I mean, you cut on the Chris Carter highlight clip. I mean, he ain't shaking nobody, getting upfield, no spin move, no this. He not doing none of that stuff. But if you like, Chris Carter is for like the like when you talk about the nuts and bolts of the position, the technical stuff. Everybody likes that. But for like just the casuals, the everyday, just fly by night guys, yeah, he wasn't flashy enough. Chris, man, I love Chris Carter. Route running, hands, the work he would do on the sideline, and his toughness. Like when we building a wide receiver, like I want my receiver to have a lot of the stuff that Chris Carter got. But his game wasn't sexy. He caught touchdowns. He didn't, no celebrations. No, he wasn't that guy.
He wasn't fast like that. Like,
he was nothing sexy about
a football player.
Game. And then you start throwing in personal life. Drug use. He is a jerk. Like,
because how many seasons did he miss? Did he miss one? It was just one.
His Philadelphia career was just marred by.
Yeah, and he played in Philly for like what, 4 years?
4 years. So,
and he still was like the number 2 when he was, like.
Yeah, but nothing. It's nothing sexy about, like, nobody's gonna watch a Chris Carter highlight film,
right?
Because it's gonna look the same. It's gonna be sideline catches. It's gonna be double coverage. Him making a tough ass catch. No flair, no dramatic, and he wasn't a diva on the field like that. He was a jerk. He got on all his quarterbacks' nerves pretty much. But it was no flash to his game. He wore a uniform kind of ugly. He wore them sleeves and his socks. Like, He ain't spat like stuff
extra tight. Yeah, it's just like
just like he was. I mean, you like,
but what you couldn't stop that Joker. You couldn't stop that Joker.
If Chris Carter didn't get kicked out of Ohio State, Chris Carter probably win a Heisman. He would listen. Chris Carter was so good when Ohio State played Alabama in the kickoff classic in New Jersey, in the Meadowlands. Dude, Alabama took Derrick Brooks, who played linebacker. You're covering Chris Carter the entire game. So this is a testament to how good both of them were. You got a linebacker,
right,
covering Chris Carter. Chris Carter was that dangerous,
right?
Again, grade A jerk, super jerk, but he just wasn't flashy, dog. He just wasn't flashy. So he didn't, he won out here. He had like, he wasn't dating no R&B singers, and he wasn't outside with the it girl of the month. He wasn't dating. He wasn't doing wide out.
Because remember, he gave his life to God, and then he was
man, wide receivers are heathens. Wide receivers are straight up heathens.
The whatchamacallit, black marks on the face made his eyes look even bigger.
Yeah.
It just he didn't. He just wasn't.
He didn't.
That dude was a beast.
He was like the anti-wide receiver. I mean, if we really being honest, he was like the anti-wide receiver. Because like I say, it wasn't nothing flashy about him, dog. Nothing. I'm thinking about it now, like uniform. Like he looked terrible in his uniform. He wore them ugly shoes. Like, get out of here, Chris Carter. He was the anti-wide receiver. Like, he wasn't shooting up no clubs. He wasn't making it rain or what. He ain't want no gaudy jewelry. Get Chris Carter out of here. And a lot of people's eyes. I love Chris Carter. Like,
I love Chris Carter. So
if I'm, like I say, when the youngins, when the YNs call me and they be asking me like, who I need to watch, First I look at the body type and I be like, man, cut on Chris Carter. cut on Chris Carter.
That's what you need to see for now.
Yeah, Marlon. He wore his uniform. So and then he had a sweet He had a sweet number. 80 is sweet for wide receiver. Yeah. But man, his glove, like I used to think his gloves were too big, and I was like, man, why he got? Take the camera off him. Hey, you know who the sweetest looking receiver in Minnesota? Matthew Hatchett.
Oh yeah.
Matthew Hatchett spat it up. He didn't give a damn about the socks. You show all the purple. He was one of the first people who had the short pants on. And Matthew Hatchett was sweet. He wouldn't make no catches, but I like the way he looked in uniform.
Yeah, man. Well, all right, man. We're gonna take this quick break, man, and we're gonna be right back to talk injury report. Y'all,
it's that time.
Atlanta, y'all want to know? There's some stuff y'all want to know. And then with these injuries, the questions we're gonna ask. We're not asking like, hey, so no, y'all gonna want to know about these injuries. This is gonna be some good questions.
Y'all gonna get this work. Get this work.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We will be right back.
Have a sports injury? Need to see an orthopedic doctor? Ortho Atlanta is one of Metro Atlanta's largest orthopedic and sports medicine practices, providing orthopedic and sports medicine care for the whole family. With 37 physicians and 14 offices, the practice provides the highest level of care for injury of muscles, joints, bones, and spine. Ortho Atlanta offers convenient access to a full range of musculoskeletal surgeons and specialists. Ortho Atlanta also offers on-site physical therapy, pain management care, MRI imaging, and workers' compensation care. The Ortho Atlanta surgery centers in Austell and Fayetteville provide cost-effective, same-day surgical procedures in an accredited outpatient center. Hip, knee, shoulder, back pain? Ortho Atlanta has you covered with specialists in all areas. Same-day appointments, orthopedic care for the whole family. Ortho Atlanta, Atlanta's choice for orthopedic and sports medicine care. Learn more at www.orthoatlanta.com.
This is Jamal Lewis, Super Bowl champion, Baltimore Ravens running back, University of Tennessee national champion, born and raised Atlanta, Georgia. You're listening to the 3-Point Conversion.
Jameezy.
I just cussed that dude out yesterday. Me and that guy got to argue yesterday for about 7 minutes. I cussed him out. Shout out to J. Luke, man, my little brother.
Yeah, shout out to
guy.
that. Tell him I said what's up, man. All right.
Cussed him out.
So, what was I going to ask? What was I going to say? All right. It is now time to bring in family, y'all. We got family in the building. We got to bring in none other than Ortho Atlanta, Dr. Donnie Fowler.
Washington Commanders got some New Jerseys. Shout out to the Commanders, New Jerseys. No Doc gonna order him one. I already know.
All right, I got one.
Yeah, probably already ordered. Probably been on Fanatics already. Yeah,
right.
I know it's in his cart already.
Right now I'm getting my like Cooper flag gear. So I'm working on that. But yeah, I'll switch back to the Commanders. So.
Shout out to Cooper flag.
Now I got to see who my Wizards are going with at pick 6. So we'll see.
Yeah.
So, Doc, first off, the Tyrese Halliburton, that injury was like, man, that was horrible.
No, the replay.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, Doc texted me as soon as it happened. He texted me like Achilles.
Same as Tatum. Like, it's unfortunate. I mean, you don't have to be an ortho. I think most fans nowadays are smart enough and know the game to know what an Achilles is, especially when they can show it in slow-mo and you can see just the muscle like ripple as it.
Yeah. Because I was saying, I went to sports bar with my brother, and when we saw it, I said, "Oh, that's Achilles." I said, because when I did mine was at the bottom, so it didn't pop exactly like that. Am I right, Doc?
You're right. You tore in the muscle, not the tendon. So
not the tendons, but anyway. But Doc, what? So I guess my question is, when we see him back? Like, is he done? Like, he's not coming back at all, even if Indy somehow made it to the.
I think finals? I think more than likely it's 2027 or 2026, 2027. That is, wow. You're not probably going to see him next year, in my opinion, unless Indy makes some kind of deeper run in the playoffs and they truly feel he's 100%. Because the last thing they're going to do is, I think, risk ripping it again and trying to bring him back too soon, especially if they're not in. I doubt they're going to be in the same position, unfortunately, without him next year that they were this year. So I think they'll play the long game and likely give him that full year of recovery and make sure he's ready by the start of the following 2026-2027 season, not like this fall when the new season starts.
Right.
So.
We're going to stay with a guy who had an Achilles, but now he's trying to talk about his ankle, Kirk Cousins. And Doc, he said even though, he was coming back from Achilles, he said it was really his ankle that was causing so much of the problems last year. Is there any relation with that, the ankle, the Achilles? Do they work together? I mean, I know they're in the same location kind of, sort of, but what is Kirk talking about? I know a lot of fans really don't want to hear about this, but it's medicine. It's science. We got to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it is related. Sorry, I was Ace Bailey.
I saw they just signed with Utah.
Local McEachern product. I was hoping he was going to slip to Washington, but I guess because he's like most people don't realize I'm the team doctor for McEachern, so that was my guy. I took care of him all through high school here.
Shout out to McEachern.
But in any case, he won't be a Wizard. I think that means we're probably taking Trey Johnson from Texas. But in any case, no, I think it's related. Like you said, the Achilles itself is fine, but anytime you have surgery, Achilles is, of course, right around the ankle joint. So when you have Achilles surgery, everything gets weaker, everything gets stiff. And so it takes a long time to get all the muscles and tendons and ligaments and everything else back around the ankle right, just because it was immobilized and it took so long. You have to go very slow with Achilles injuries. So while it's not directly a product of the Achilles, kind of the recovery process of the immobilization and how the whole kind of ankle area weakens after surgery is indirectly probably why he is still having some issues with it as far as mobility and strength, et cetera. So I do think it's related. Again, different concept, but in a way, same as honestly just talking about Halliburton, where obviously he had that calf injury in the muscle and he played through it and he made it through one game. But again, when the muscle is weak, then you're putting more stress on the tendon. And then obviously by game 7, unfortunately, it was too much for the tendon. So yeah, all of it is connected.
But speaking of these types of injuries, and then players that we just see injury prone, like for instance, Mike Trout. We always see Mike Trout always injured every year. Like, is he injured now?
Not yet. It's early. Not yet.
So I get a chance.
Usually about All-Star break. That's when he started breaking down.
Right. I get a chance to see him play. Okay.
Yeah. It's always about All-Star break.
But this type of guy with that type of talent that could be the best player, you keep seeing injuries happening, whatever. Do you fear that Ronald Acuna Jr. would turn out to be that type of player? We've seen it. I mean, at least we've seen him play a whole season or whatever, but you see, in between, but you've seen these injuries. Do you fear that he can turn out like that?
I mean, I don't want to say yes. I think it's kind of hard to speculate on that at this point, at least. I mean, there's certainly different builds, different players. Now, I don't know, like truly just thinking offhand, I don't know anyone else in Major League Baseball who's actually torn both their ACLs. ACL is such a rare injury in baseball because your movements are a lot more defined and controlled than basketball and football, where you're doing more sudden changes of direction throughout the game. So again, you hardly ever see ACLs in baseball, let alone someone who hits them both. So it's kind of a unique situation. I mean, assuming that everything went well and he recovered, you're hoping that there's not any long-term damage or issues with any cartilage or meniscus or that kind of stuff that sometimes comes along with the ACL itself. So I just think it's hard to compare him at this point to say whether or not he could be chronically plagued or not. I mean, he's really exciting and, of course, great for Atlanta. So I hope it's not the case, but I think it's hard to speculate at this point.
So, Doc, with all that being said, and especially, we get the different eras. We've never seen these injuries in that era and this era. And so, Doc, is it just luck? Like some guys just have bad luck. I mean, is it the train? Are we training too much? Is it the diet? What can we summarize these injuries in this era, Doc?
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's any truly one thing, but probably certainly a combination of things. I mean, the one thing that I've pointed out when we've had similar discussions in football, et cetera, is athletes are getting bigger, stronger, faster.
Right.
And ligaments, and tendons, actually, to a degree, you can't make them bigger or stronger. You can make the muscles stronger,
right?
But then that's putting more stress on the ligaments and the tendons to support those joints. So I think it's somewhat of a product of how things have grown with athleticism and strength and the pace and speed that these games are being played. Every sport, football, basketball, et cetera, is nowadays, I feel like, played at a much different pace and up tempo kind of, than what we saw 30, 40 years ago.
Wow.
So I think it's more a product of how athletes are now pushing themselves, even though the science has gotten better on nutrition and training and recovery and all those things that probably didn't have, 20, 30 years ago. But there's only so much you can change. And if you continue to build things up, and there are only certain things that a knee, an ankle, a shoulder, et cetera, can tolerate.
Right.
So, I mean, I think it's more that than people not training or not having the right diet or anything like that. So
I'm not going to lie. One person that I knew, and we didn't want to wish it on him. I didn't want to wish it on him. But when he first got in the league, I'm like, man, I'm just so afraid he's going to tear his ACL. And that was Saquon Barkley. Like, this joker, he too big to, and not like he too big to be doing it, but this joker, big as calves were and all, and he's making these cuts, and I'm like, I was just scared, and sure enough, against the Bears of all teams, I saw it. I was every time he run, I would be like break because I felt because I just never seen anybody that big, his size, being able to jump, cut, and stuff he was doing. Like, it was like, it doesn't. Yeah. So, and then isn't it funny, Doc? I know we gotta let you go, but isn't it funny, Mace? You notice how shout out to Ab. Ab told me this. I said this. All of the players in the NBA that tore their ACLs, their Achilles this year. Why was it they were wearing it number 0?
I just coincidence, man.
No, I'm not saying it was a reason for that. I'm just saying, but that was crazy though. Like, I was just like, wow, that was like crazy. With Dame, Tatum, and then it was like, man. Yeah. I don't think it was scripted. Yeah. No, I'm not saying that.
The number ugly anyway. That's an ugly number.
But nobody's wearing the number 0 now next year. So
you already know that, Doc.
They're all switching. So
look,
give me 37. Right? Give me 58.
Give me 49.
No.
You might see a 73.
I'll be able to buy another jersey of mine. I'm sorry. I'm not wearing that no more.
Yeah. Dang, shout out to Ab. Ab just joined. I just shouted you out, Ab. But he mentioned that. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Oh, they did wear 0. I bet you nobody wears 0 now after that.
Oh, man.
But Doc, we definitely appreciate you. Oh, real quick. We asked, what is the better wide receiver? Who do you feel like was the better wide receiver? Just on the field, T.O. or Randy Moss? There's no wrong answer. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I think Randy Moss was almost more nonchalantly, naturally talented. Just like it looked like he wasn't even trying, and just was like waltzing by people. Whereas Theo was just more of like a machine. Like, you didn't want to get in his way. He was so big and strong and fast. So, I just felt like completely different players, but I don't know. It's really hard for me to say if I really felt, one was truly better than the other. That's hard for. I feel like I can't do that. So I don't know.
We get it. We really came to the conclusion like them dudes. It was 1A, 1B, whatever.
Flip a coin.
1A and 1A. Yeah, it was 1A and 1A. That's what it was. So no, we definitely understand, Doc. We definitely understand.
Yeah.
But, all right, Doc. Well, we appreciate
and I
you,
think. I think. Well, granted, he didn't play as long, but talking about guys somewhat still in that era, I think you got to put Calvin Johnson somewhat in that discussion too. But
yeah, Calvin was his skill set.
Yeah, he was almost like a combination. It's like if Randy Moss and T.O. had a baby, it'd be Calvin Johnson.
It'd be Calvin, right.
So,
right.
So, wait a minute. Why is Cooper Flag wearing 32?
I think that was his high school number, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, right.
Because he wore a chain. Like I remember at Duke, he wore a chain 32 around his neck, is because it was his high school number. But I think that was Christian Leitner's number, so it was retired at Duke. So
makes sense.
You know what? Yeah, that makes sense.
So he couldn't wear it. He couldn't wear it at Duke, but now.
Okay, Fanatics just put it. You know, I got this. I need to disable this Fanatics app because they always getting money from me. But yeah, he's they weren't. I already selling his number 32 jersey.
Yeah, no, that was his number until he got to Duke, and then Leitner's numbers in the rafters, so he had to change. So
okay, that makes sense. Well, Doc, man, we appreciate you for coming on, man, and glad to have you on.
Sorry I missed you guys the last couple of weeks. Good to be back.
Ceiling is the roof. Ceiling is the roof, Doc. Ceiling is the roof.
That's it,
man.
That matters. All right, Doc.
That was Michael Jordan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ceiling is the roof. Yeah. Don't know what it means, but it was a cool T-shirt. It was a cool T-shirt.
Yeah. Shout out to that North Carolina education. So
we'll see you next week. Hey, you know that, Doc, I know that made your night just to even be able to say that because
yeah, it's fun. Love having fun. All right, all right, fellas.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, see you guys next week.
Yep. All right. Oh man.
Wow. Not wrong for that, man. Whatever, Doc.
Hey, all right, man. These Atlanta Braves, is this just one of those every team going to run sometime in the season? Colorado went on a little run, or what?
The worst team in baseball, by the way.
Braves?
No, Colorado.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And they went on a little run at one point. They beat Braves, but yeah.
They came in here and worked us out.
Right. Do you think this is that, or do you think it might be some hope? Let's see what they do tonight.
I don't have any hope. I mean, Snit, as long as Snit sitting over there rocking back and forth on that bench.
Are they getting killed tonight?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just time to change the voice in the locker room. I mean, it's time. I don't care what nobody's saying. His world title, I get it. I have no faith, Raph. I'm just be honest with you. I have no faith that he can get us to where we're going. He's hit his ceiling. As we just talked about, ceiling is the roof. The
funny thing is, I believe he feels that way too. The way he told you, the way he be doing his press conferences.
Yeah. I laugh every time. Every time you post one, I just be like, man, throw something at him. Especially when you take your hat off, man, throw something at him. Go get a bag of peanuts. Just
when he take that, yeah, I don't. His favorite line, you know, his favorite line is, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
He reminds me of Josh Pastner when Pastner was over there at Georgia Tech. Like, bruh. Josh Pastner coming in post game presser. Like, Coach, we know. We know, Coach. Coach, we ready for you. Coach, we ready for you to go too. Hurry up and leave, Coach. Jump on 75, 85 North. It don't look bad. We don't care where you go. You gotta get out of here.
Josh Pastner.
Yeah, man. Dude was terrible, man. Dude was terrible.
Yeah, he can
recruit.
He can recruit. But yeah, we'll see what they do, man. It's a lot of candidates for this All-Star game. I want to see who makes it and who doesn't. I don't think Acuna's not able to make it, is he?
No.
He ain't playing enough games, right?
No, I don't think he's eligible.
Yeah. You know, this Joker is, since he's been back, he's had, because he's only played, 1 month
Yeah.
I think it was his first 4 months. He's played, I think it's 29 games. I think they said 20 games, something like that. 29 games. This Joker he's played 20 something game. I forgot what it was. I should have saved that name, but I know he has more hits. He has 29 hits, 9 home runs. He's batting .396 since he's been back.
Freak, dog. Freak. He's an absolute freak.
Man, didn't realize he was dog. That dude.
A dog, man. The dude. That's why I kept saying that I'm reserving judgment till he gets back. That's when the season, for me, that's when the Braves season starts, when 13 is in the lineup.
That dude right there.
He like that, man. He is like that for real.
See, you just hope. And I think he loves Atlanta. But you just hope.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, you just hope that they don't screw this up.
They won't screw it up.
Yeah,
We hope.
Because I think Double A's gone.
It's time.
Yeah, I think he's gone. But yeah, they can't screw this up. He has to get one of the biggest contracts. I don't know if they got enough money. He has to get one of the biggest contracts in baseball. Do you think he should be? You think his injuries prevent him from being paid?
Well, I mean, they gave him that. They gave him that. Let's go on and get you on paper. They gave him that $100 million deal. What about him, Albies, all of them places kind of like signed the same deal.
Yeah, it was $100 they split in between all three of them. 15 years. That was the worst deal ever. I'm like, what is he doing? Like,
arbitration to take care of him. He'll be eligible for arbitration soon. I think.
Albies got Albies deal look like a running backs. He got a punter's contract. I was like, what? Yeah, they got Double A working his magic. All right, man. I got to ask you the question of the night, bro. If there's any rule change that you can either bring back or take away, what would it be?
Dude, I want in football, because I whine about this every week. I want them to bring back the old school pass interference. Stop calling this fake ticky-tack or last second. No. Let these guys fight. Everybody got a right to the football. Don't just assume, and listen, this is coming from a wide receiver. Don't just assume because the receiver can't get to the football, there's pass interference on the defense. No, receiver, fight to get to the damn football. Don't be turning. Nothing worse than seeing receivers run, they get bumped downfield, they just turn around looking like.
Right.
No, bro, you don't deserve the football.
Right.
Give us back old school, the Darryl Green pass interference call. Dude, he gonna grab you. He gonna do all that stuff downfield. Go make a play. Don't look for the referee to bail you out. 3rd and 14, then the team like, we're just gonna throw it up because we're gonna probably get a pass interference call. No, stop bailing these guys out. Make these guys work. I want old school Darryl Green, Rod Woodson, Deion Sanders versus Jerry Rice. I want that pass interference back. Bring that pass interference back. Swallow the flag, refs. Everything that pass interference. Bring it back. But as soon as I saw that, I already knew where I was going with that. I need the old school pass interference back. I hate today. I hate these calls today.
Yeah.
I'm bailing out the receiver.
I would say, I know, I understand safety, trying to do safety and all of that. I mean, safety's involved. I mean, you're thinking about safety. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about players and all that, but come on, dog. Let's make it the old school kickoff. Because as you know, I've been watching these old games, right? And I'm saying these kickers, these kickoff returns, they getting it at the they catching the kickoff at the 6-yard line, 8, but it's always a kick return. No matter what, it's a kick return. Can we bring that back? I just want to kick back from the 30 like y'all used to, dog. Just Come on, man. That was the most exciting play in football.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the most
as a former kick returner, I agree.
And then you taking a lot of people. That's where a lot of people made their money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how you made special teams, because you had a block. It was, and I missed the kicker. I mean, think about it. We might not have seen a Steve Smith. We might not have known who Steve Smith was.
That's how he got on the field.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how he got on the field, man. You look at cats like Tasker and all of that. That's how they got on the field for Buffalo. Just all these players, Donald Driver. That was where they got on the field at first. Yeah. If you wasn't a high priority wide receiver coming out of college,
gotta go return kicks and punts, buddy.
I say take.
That's how you're gonna get on the field, kicks and punts.
Yeah, they need to. We need that back, man. I'm gonna tell you a rule that I am glad he took out, because watching these old games is killing me. Remember that force out? Remember the referees do that because you pushed him out of bounds, so they give him the catch. Like, what is that? Right. Yeah. So I just let him catch it in bounds, and I even when I was little, I never understood that rule. Like, I don't get it. If our job is to prevent him from catching it, but we push him out before he steps in, why are we still giving him that catch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Basketball.
Basketball. Palming. Oh, my hand's so big. Dribble the ball, man. Dribble the ball. Everybody.
Right.
Right. That's traveling, man.
The hezzy, because they be hesitating too much. Yeah.
Call it. One of the things that drove my dad, when my dad started going left on basketball, it was he got on his nerve, man. Hey, go palming. That's travel. See, that's a travel. They should call that. They need international. My dad all the time. They need international refs who don't know these guys. They just come in and gonna call the game the way it is.
Right. I'm gonna tell you mine. Get rid of the zone. Get rid of the zone. You know why? These players talk about they get good. They go 1-on-1 and or Jordan one playing against the zone and all of that. Okay, let's take the zone away.
Yeah,
let's see him play. Yeah. Let's see him play, and it might be more exciting. They might stop shooting threes like that. I mean, but take away the zone, man. We know why y'all put the zone in.
Old school 2-3 zone. 2-3 zone.
It was for Mike. Y'all put the zone in for Mike. Take it away. I don't want no zone. No, that's illegal defense. I want to play man or double team or whatever. Get out. Remember how like teams used to be they're passing in the post, and you had that one player trying to cheat, and he like go back, then he tried to like, come on, man. Hey, mano. They play a lot of whatchamacallit ball anyway, ISO ball. Let's see them. No zone. I don't want no zone.
Yeah.
I say take that away. And in baseball, this stupid rule of you can only throw to the pitcher. Pitcher can only throw back to first base twice. I don't understand why it's not more steals in the game.
Yeah, they're trying to speed up the game. Yeah.
Base. If I'm Acuna or somebody else, they throw it back twice, I'm gonna force them to throw it. After that, I'm taking up running.
Well, it's a couple of teams that actually do that. They know once he throw it over that next time. Oh, next pitch on. Yeah.
You can't. Yeah.
He can't even look over here no more.
He can't look over it. Right.
Yeah. I got the biggest lead in the world.
Right. What you gonna do? Like even if he turn around, he can't throw it back.
That's Santa Claus internet.
Hey,
we don't watch baseball because the game's too long. Guys throwing over the first base 8 times. Bruh. It's baseball.
It's baseball. Hey, Mace, they would hate me because you know why? I would be to take after that second time. I wouldn't even steal base. I'd be having fun. I'd be facing the other way. talking like I don't care. I'll be drawing in the dirt. Like
I would have two.
What you gonna do?
My lead would be so ridiculous. It'd be like
I'd be halfway. That's why I'm like, dog.
Why he in the wind? I just gonna walk to second base.
And I'm watching the players. They like after the second time they kind of still like they creeping. Dog, I'll be bold with it. I'll just skip over to the where I'm gonna stand. My lead be so long, dog. So man.
I hate that rule. I think they need to. We never get a consistent strike zone. Strike zone supposed to be from the letters to the knees, black part of the plate. You know, that's as far. The ball be over in the other batter box, and guys be calling strike three. Like, bruh, that thing way outside. Man, come on. The plate not that big. Gee, we got softball plate out here, rough. What are we doing?
Right.
Yeah. So I've sometimes it's so hard to watch baseball. Like, say you got pitch clock and you got all these things. Like, no, that's not the way baseball. Listen, I'm pitching. If I want to step off the mound, play with the rising bag, the pitcher is in control of the game.
Right.
Let me be in control of the game. That's part of the pitch. It's a strategy. If I want to step off, I can step off.
That's part of baseball. That's what makes baseball.
Part of the game. Like, y'all tell me, I gotta look at this clock. I got a countdown to before I make my pitch. Like, man,
because I'm gonna tell you what, y'all. They talk about all right. We want to shorten the game and all of that. But with all of these, that's another thing. Especially in baseball, take away the replay.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's what causes us to be at the games.
We're here 5 hours now.
Yeah, come on. I'm gonna tell you what. The best thing about baseball, what I loved about baseball, Mace, was the fact that because like I couldn't even imagine this. Before I get to that point, imagine a Lou Piniella. Who else is like that? Lou Piniella, Lasorda. Like imagine these managers with replay. They would lose their persona.
Yeah.
What we know about Lou Piniella is gonna come in the game, kick the dirt on the ref, yell, whatever, get kicked out. That was the best part of it. You notice we don't see that anymore.
Yeah, nah. Yeah,
that was baseball.
That was baseball.
I missed that. I missed the manager coming out.
Come out there, get your money. I'm gonna get tossed. I'm finna get my money worth when I come out here. I'm coming out here and finna get my money where I'm kicking dirt. I'm throwing stuff. Yeah.
Throw the plate.
Oh, don't tell one. You know, once I take my hat off, we going toe to toe.
Right. And then they be in each other's face yelling at them. Come on, man, you missed that. You don't have that anymore.
That was like, well, you see them skippers come out there, that slow trot coming out the dugout. Oh, it's on. Yeah. You be like, oh yeah, he getting tossed.
Yeah, he better get tossed.
He definitely getting tossed. And then once they toss him, he like, oh yeah, since I'm tossed, you finna go and get this work now. And you finna get this work now.
Even as a little kid, I used to ask my father, I'm like, Daddy, I don't get it. Why? What's the point of them arguing? Like they'll never change it. It ain't like they'd be like, okay, you know what? You're right. Let's change it. They'll never do that.
Yeah.
But that was just tradition.
Yeah.
They might get the next call.
Yeah, my dad say it's just it's not for today, it's for down the line.
Right. Yeah.
So we get that crew again. Now he know, you know what? Last time we were here, this one we're tripping about, the strike zone. Let me tighten up this strike zone.
Right.
I ain't got time for that tonight. I don't feel like arguing with this fool because soon as first pitch outside, he comes.
Right. Yep. And
Great
like I said, I missed that. I missed that, man. They yelling and keep going at the umpire, and the umpire throw him out in dramatic fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just you're out. Like nowadays, you notice the umpire, they do it. It's just regular get out, just all calm, nonchalant. Back then, it was usually
get his head.
Right. It'd be.
Are you done?
Then that make the manager go even crazier. Man, I miss them days, dog.
Yeah, man. We don't see that. Everybody too cool for school now. Yeah.
And then too, like as part of the human error, man, you want that. Some plays are too close. Look, in baseball, if it's too close to where you got to call it, you need to let it be.
Yeah.
Just let it be. That's all.
What a time.
What a time. Miss them days, man. All right, man. Well, that wraps up the show. We're gonna let y'all go, man. We appreciate everybody in here who was here earlier, who's watching the podcast.
Appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all always.
Appreciate y'all. And Mace, don't go anywhere. It's one thing I gotta say before we go, but for everybody else, y'all hear that music? Please, it's time to let you go. Let you go. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the Almighty God for giving me this platform to do what I do, say what I say, make you all upset, mad, want to give me the stop it button. God, I appreciate it. Also, I want to give shout out to my God Mace coming on, man, doing what you do, dog. Appreciate you, man. Anything you want to say?
Listen, I know I say this all the time, and today was a reminder again. Man, love all your people, man. I want to give a huge shout out to one of my former players this morning. It was a tragic accident on I-20. My guy, Louis Perrineau, just 35 years old, man, lost his life this morning, man. So I keep telling y'all, man, love on your people while they here, man. Like, don't be putting stuff off, man. If y'all say y'all going to hang out, call them, man. Like, man, love on your people because we don't know. We truly don't know. It's a clock ticking that we can't even see. Take advantage every day, man. For real.
Nah, you're right, man. And, yeah, you're right. I'm glad you said that. And shout out to Dr. Fowler for coming on. Appreciate Doc coming on, man. You know, when he don't come on, it's because he's busy. He can't do it. He's probably saving a life, like literally. Also, shout out to everyone who was in the chat room, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Juan, Marlon, Vince, TJ. Hey, man, appreciate all y'all. Alan, James, Jacob. Yeah, our peoples, we appreciate y'all. Also, shout out to my lovely children, my nieces, nephews, my cousins, my aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters, grandparents, play cousins. Hey, like May said, love on family. Love them while they still can feel it, while they still alive. Let people know. And like he always say, man, it don't cost nothing to be a good person.
No, man, for real.
Be a good person. It don't cost anything.
Real talk,
man. So yeah, I adopted that, man. I like that saying, man. Also, still got the we got NBA draft. We got the MLB. We got WNBA.
The W.
Is college baseball still going on?
Nah, LSU won it Saturday.
Okay. I missed it.
They beat Coastal Carolina. That's 6 in a row for the SEC.
Hey, what you doing Saturday?
What am I doing Saturday? I don't know. What is Saturday?
The 29th?
I don't know. Somebody having something. I gotta look at my phone because somebody said they doing something. And they done.
If not, let me know. We got NASCAR coming, so let me know.
Oh, they're right down the street.
Yeah, so
somebody doing something. I'll find out.
Okay, let me know. But hey, eat good, drink responsibly. Until next week, same time, same show, same crazy host, same sports nonsense. Will you miss me? I'm out. Peace. Hold on, right quick, Mace.
Yo.
Yeah.
What up, y'all? You know who it is, your boy Kiss. Right now, you checking out the 3-point conversion.